Hey, what's up? I'm back again so soon. How's? Ooh, and I'm off my game. It seems. No, I'm all right. Been a little tough noogies. We had a little bit of a tough week with some news with some plans that we got uh, postponed, delayed. Um, so I'm gonna do a little experiment, and even though I'm not quite in the video making spirit, I'm gonna see if I can do it because I think I have enough here for a haul. Um, this will be a nice time to have a cold beverage. So I've been waiting on some books from. Am I looking right there? Yeah, there you are. I've been waiting on some books from. I forgot who I bought them from. eBay seller. And Action Lab is like 6 months behind on Zombie Tramp. So I'm waiting on issue 80. That is the last issue that'll ship, and then it'll unlock about $60 worth of like Savage Dragon and just Vampirella, just other stuff I'd been waiting for that my friends on YouTube got to share like in February, March. So I told the seller, hey, I'm thinking just send me what you got, and for whatever isn't arrived that they don't have in stock, just surprise me. And they haven't gotten back to me, but I thought that sounded pretty reasonable. Hopefully they oblige, because yeah, there's just like 10 books, maybe more from this seller that I would just like to get. I'm not even worried about Zombie Tramp 80. In fact, I'm pretty over it. Mm. They make this with orange peel and coriander, the seed from cilantro. So yeah, I'll just go through some books. Last Monday was my brother's birthday, so that was really nice. We watched Avengers Endgame. And since then, we've had the opportunity to watch The Tick Show, which was amazing. I love The Tick. I think they finally made it click as far as the live action goes. And what else did we watch? We watched something else that we really liked. We started Titans, but as soon as we got to the Titans story that had Doom Patrol, we immediately just started watching Doom Patrol. Oh yeah, we watched WandaVision, which I'm a believer. It was such a cool show. I can't even say how much we enjoyed that. I think we watched it. Yeah, we watched it in one night, so that was incredibly cool. Tried the new iCarly. It's watchable. So yeah. Oh, I finally saw the Bloodshot movie. Uh, it had some major issues, but it was a Bloodshot movie. But was it? It could have been called something else. I don't really think they needed to, aside from launching a franchise. But anyway, I think Vin Diesel's best work lately has probably been as the voice of Groot. So I was looking at these books as I was rebagging and boarding. Death's Head 2, Issue 1. And I remember this character, Death's Head, kind of heated up because people knew that the Marvel Legends figures were doing a Build-A-Figure of Death's Head, but I don't think he wound up being in Guardians of the Galaxy 2. I didn't see him. But just kind of looking at these books. It's a cool character. It's kind of like, I mean, I know the Marvel Universe is going to have the Predator now, but this guy kind of reminds me, at least in appearance, of the Predator. So, yeah, June's always been a special month at my home. 3 birthdays, myself, my brother, and my dad all June, and then Father's Day. So it's just a great time of the year. My grandfather, my dad's dad, was born the day before 4th of July, so he was born July 3rd, 1913. Anyway, I've been on a real kick with well, I can't really call it a kick. I'm just always kind of trying to get Sam Keith stuff. Sometimes more so than not. But I'm going to show you these comics, and then I'm going to show you, I got a early birthday present. I haven't opened it. I'm waiting. My birthday's this Friday. I'm waiting till then to actually take a look at these. But I'll show you something that's kind of related to them. So I think Marvel Comics Presents have kind of heated up in popularity, and I don't really know. I don't have a checklist. I hope I have issue 117, which is the first time Venom and Wolverine brawl. But here's issue 118. This is like a 6-issue run. I think it went from Marvel Comics Presents 117 through like 122, maybe. But that's just a really cool cover. This detail right here, the cross hatching, it's definitely cool. So I kind of knew I didn't have a lot of these Wolverine Venom Marvel Comics Presents, and I think I might be missing some of the Ghost Rider Cable stuff. But I kind of never stopped buying these. For one thing, they're really cool. They're kind of hard to find in excellent condition, but when you do, they look really nice. This is issue 120. And the really cool thing about these is, one side you get a nice Sam Keith, Wolverine Venom, and the flip side, that's Cloak and Dagger and Ghost Rider by Joe Mad. So, really cool versatility. I haven't taped this, so I'm just going to set it aside. Just 121. This is the Joe Mad cover. Sam Keith. I don't think I have any of these in newsstand. This would be cool. Yeah, I got a couple of issues of 122. I just recently got these. I kind of waited for the wrong time to pick them up, but I got these in a lot, and these are pristine copies, so I'm glad to have them. I'm always impressed when the seller doesn't even carry on about how nice the condition is, and these are just super flat. Glad to have them. Okay. So anyway, I'll show you what I was talking about. Now in, I think, 2006, yeah, Diamond Distributor, just Diamond Collectibles, and Art Asylum, they collaborated with Sam Keith and they made 4 of these mini busts, and there's a Venom, a Spider-Man, a Wolverine, and a Hulk. I was lucky enough to get the Wolverine, sculpted by Eli Livingston. Got this from a seller. He did 70 on it, shipped, I think, which I thought was pretty cool, seeing as how 15 years ago the retail was $45. So I'm gonna open this on Friday. Be really careful of those claws. There's a couple more of these on eBay. I think the next best deal is like $150, but I think that guy is willing to do like $120. Free shipping. But I'm happy enough with one. I was just saying in case anyone else wanted to hit that seller up, because these are really cool. And here's the one for the Incredible Hulk. This one's big. I can tell it's a heavy statue. These are inspired by designs of Sam Keith. This is also sculpted by Eli Livingston. So yeah, I'm gonna have a little opening party, have my cake. I don't know what we're gonna watch. we've already kind of watched all the best stuff. Maybe we'll watch Falcon and Winter Soldier. Okay, here's some Batman, The Adventures Continue. This is from season 1. Really, I couldn't get over how much I like this cover. It's issue 7. I have a real soft spot for that Robin. It's just a really cool cover. It's a variant. I have all of the 8 covers, but I'd never even seen this one. So. And just from the new series, I ordered these from Mike Comic Crypt of Castle Hills, one of his vendors. These are from Gotham Newsstand. So yeah, it's just, I'm assuming it's an A cover for Batman, The Adventures Continue, Season 2. Gotham Newsstand, and yet they're direct. I've kind of been on a newsstand kick. I've been watching a Sequential Geek, and he pursues the, I think he almost has a full run of the new X-Men, the Grant Morrison, all in a newsstand. So, man, that's pretty cool. Those can't be that common. Alright. Fred Hall kind of showed me how nice these new Jenny Frison Catwoman covers are. And I like the writer of this book. What's his name? Ram V. But Jenny Frison on Poison Ivy. That was an ecstatic purchase right there. Yeah. This is the main stuff I've been reading by Ram V. I'm missing book 1 and 2 of the Swamp Thing, but I'm really liking the Mike Perkins art. It looks like real pen and ink page work. Like, I look at the book and it doesn't look like it's really been enhanced or refurbished by technology. It looks like really cool, just well inked pages. and I don't see a lot of that stuff. The coloring technique is very modern, but the style itself, I can actually see the pen nib on the board, just you know scratching it out, which is cool. That was my initial love of comics, the kind of hands-on aspect of it. My buddy Kyle Rowe was asking me what I thought of Warren Lau. I told him I think the guy's great. This is Sacred 6, number 9. Wow, already on 9. It's one of those Christopher Guest written books. But yeah, I like Warren's kind of powdery effect he gets. It's very soft. The lighting he chooses, the gradual smoothness of the blend is what I like most. Mirka Andolfo, Italian artist. The last Image launch book I read. Well, I guess you couldn't call it a launch because it was translated from the original Italian. But I read Unnatural. But this one right here is Unsacred. And this Mirka cover, I just thought it looked like something you'd get from Hereticon for a few $100s. But it's a Harley Quinn cover, obviously. It's Unsacred, number 6. I guess volume 2 already. So, oddly enough, talking about Mirka Andolfo and Unnatural and Unsacred, which are translated from the original Italian. This book, Carmen, is translated from, I believe, French. And here's issue 4, Gillum March. I haven't had a chance to read these yet, but they look really cool. It was nice to get an A cover. A lot of the times I've been getting another artist's version of his character. But I don't know, from what I can kind of tell, and I've been watching a lot of shows with characters having out-of-body experiences or having extended personas of their being. I'm guessing this character is kind of she seems to live outward from, I guess, a living girl, like a host body, and this is kind of an extension. I haven't read it, but just a lot of the images kind of remind me of that. Not sure, I could be way off. Alright, down to the last few books, and then I have some trades. But there's this really cool guy. I mean, he talks incredibly fast. He's got a kind of a comic history channel. His official name is Uncle Jerk. I don't know if you've ever seen Uncle Jerk, but I think his actual channel is called Jerk Comics. But he did this retrospect on how the Max broke Sam Keith. And if you look that up, how the Max broke Sam Keith, this guy, I think he's got close to 70,000 views on this video. And he has yet to do part 2. This is strictly part 1, but like I said, he talks quick, but he's putting really good information into his videos. I mean, if you watch his mouth, it's crazy, like how he's articulating. But when you listen to him, he's speaking well, almost like he went to broadcasting school. I mean, he speaks enormously better than I do, and twice as fast. But this is one of the books that I did not know about. Sam Keith doing before Image? And the funny thing about this book is Image did a book called Splitting Image, and it was a farce. You know, it was kind of a Mad Comics in-house Image book ranking on Image characters, but here we have an Eclipse book, Spitting Image. And if you look at this thing, then it's crazy. Savage Dragon, you know, in drag. Spawn is just like a twisted tongue sticking out, just I don't even know what to say about it. It's kind of psychedelic, you know. What was that? Spartan from Wildcats. You know, he's looking like he'd give me a run for my money at the Asian buffet. The Grifter. He's got beady little eyes. What else is going on here? What was this character's name? Ripclaw was his counterpart in Cyberforce. God, what was this character's name? That was kind of the leader of the team for Youngblood. Can't remember. Void. So yeah, check out that Bedrock, Maul, Voodoo. Yeah, it's cool. Shaft? Maybe Shaft. I just know that when Liefeld started drawing Youngblood, he needed a character to fill in for whoever was in charge of X-Force. Name escapes me. I know he was in the Deadpool 2 movie and he dies. I don't want to spoil anything if you haven't seen it, but he's almost played the comedic effect. There's Chapel. Kind of Spawn related with that book, but here's a real Spawn book. And my buddy in Pennsylvania, PGH Zombie, he and I I told him what I thought of this book, and I love it. Believe it or not, this book with the newsstand isn't that much more. I didn't really want the barcode right here. Kind of broke it up for me. I just wanted a regular copy. I'm not even sure if the newsstand ones have coupons. I kind of doubt it. But yeah, I was telling PGH that I love that little jack-o'-lantern nose right there. He looks like a pumpkin. I don't know why. It's even... Steve Olaf even made special notice of using a separate hue on that nose bridge, so... I don't know. This has just always been the coolest cover, though. Really nice dimension. Alright, so yeah, you can't speak of PGH Zombie without talking about some of the local boys of Pittsburgh. And yeah, I picked this up. I haven't read it. I heard it's excellent. I know there's a lot of covers. I know Jim Rugg did a cover. But this is what the Gotham newsstand had. And people want more than cover price for this book. I think I paid cover. Red Room, #1. I really honestly don't watch cartoonist kayfabe. But whenever they do a new wizard, that's my favorite thing, when they flip through a wizard. But I can't really keep up with their day-to-day content. I was looking at read more comics, but like I said, I fell way behind. But I wanted to show a little support. My buddy Airborne Sapper, he really likes the Hip Hop Family Tree, and it seemed like Ed Piskor was cool to Chambers. So I'm like, you know what? Let me get this book. I know it's all done with just thin nibbed pen, because I mean Piscar, he posts a lot of videos of himself inking the pages, so he's got that micro detail. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm just gonna check that out when I get a half a chance. I plan to read that before it kind of gets buried. Finally, these trades, man. What can I say? I didn't mean to have such a big collection where I'd have boxes on top of boxes, but when you start collecting runs, it happens, and it surely happened to me. And I have these beautiful, absolute, bound editions of the Sandman, but my brother, he kind of likes the smaller trades, the stuff you can read, kicking back, and these big omnibus books, you almost need to read them at a desk, just because you have to cradle them. You almost need one of those Bible stands that just hold the book open. But about a little over a year ago, Davis Comic Finds mailed me a copy of the Sandman Preludes and Nocturnes, and I thought, okay, my brother can start with that. And I think he also included a Game of You. So aside from like Dream Country, I know I need to pick up a copy of Brief Lives. But this is the second major story arc in the Sandman, Doll's House. I wish to hell and back I'd read this when I was 17. This is a tremendous accomplishment in comic storytelling. The Corinthian is just an awe-striking character. I read Preludes and Nocturnes, 17. 15. I had a cool comic shop. The guy, Kelly, ran a cool shop. He had a kitty that would kick back on the boxes. Everything you'd want from a comic shop. The only thing that sucked about it was there's a tattoo parlor right next door. So sometimes you'd have like people wandering in just wanting ideas for tattoos. And that was a little different, but for the most part, this was the coolest comic shop in the world. And this guy was introducing me to these great trades. I got my first copy of The Watchmen trade paperback from him, The Dark Knight Returns, and when you're on that train of thought, eventually you're going to get to Neil Gaiman. And lo and behold, I read Preludes and Nocturnes, mainly because I'm a big Sam Keith fan. And while I really did like, Morpheus and The Endless, I kind of read that and said, oh, that's nice. What else can I read? And I never got back into it. But if I'd gotten just to this trade, and it's funny because this trade starts with book 8, First Death, I could have swore that this is 8 through 16. I could have swore I read First Death within Preludes and Nocturnes, but that's okay. Different format, trades for different eras. But if I'd read this, and I would have consumed this book, and I would have just thought, man, I'm going to keep going. I didn't read this one, and I knew Sandman was great, but I'm telling you, this would have kept me going. I would have mowed through the 75 issues, which, come to think of it, weren't even concluded at that point. So it's unfortunate, I wish I had stumbled upon a copy of The Doll's House. Just amazing writing. Not terribly highbrow either, just really engrossing, and that's all I can really say about it. Finally, yeah, my brother was also asking about the Immortal Hulk, because we've been watching Gratu Orloff doing his live streams, and your buddy Rod, um, Dr. Silver Age. He was on there, and he was in a tough room because those guys, they're all, 55 to almost 60 years of age, and for the most part, a lot of them, they strictly like the old stuff, which is cool. I mean, I can't blame them one iota. It's phenomenal what they have interest in. I couldn't hold my own in that room just because they'd see through me like a cheap suit, that I don't know that era. But Rod, Mr. Go-Go Checks, loves the Incredible Hulk. So he kind of came in there and, they're asking, well, what do you read new books? I mean, they're like, and Rod, held his own. He said, yeah, I'm a Hulk guy, and I read the Immortal Hulk in that, a great kind of New Hampshire accent of his, just that really cool Maine demeanor, just like solid human being. And I have the original Immortal Hulk trades. They're lost. I have 1 through 4. So I was like, let me keep going with it. So I bought 5. This collects books 21 through 25. I bought trade 6, collecting 26 through 30. All next day on Amazon. Trade 7, 31 through 35. And trade 8. Trade 9's on the way. 36 through 40. But now I can't find 1 through 4. And this is where I left off. But as far as my brother goes, he needs those first 4, so I gotta find them. Anyway, I think that's about it. I'm still taking a little time off from work. We're having a major thing right now. Our dispatchers and our guys that check in are at odds with each other. We're not able to get the jobs we want. But it's kind of like, we'll just take the time off between my bro's birthday and my birthday and take care of some headaches. But yeah, it's been damn near 100 degrees most days in a row. A little bit of a heat streak. But anyway, thanks for watching. Yeah, I got a little bagging and boarding to do. I tore my closet apart looking for those Immortal Hulk trades. I even got to my my file cabinet and I pulled out a drawer thinking they'd be in the top drawer, and that's where my slabs are. I have about 7 slabs